y'all, welcome back to the vlog. I am actually several days into filming. However, I was just trying to clear out my storage, and as usual, this is not the first nor will it be the last time that this happens. I got a little overzealous. I started deleting stuff, and I deleted like probably the first 3 videos because I thought they were old. I thought they were videos from my last vlog, and they were not. And the difference is, when I used to delete things from my camera, like from my phone, I could go to the trash, but when you delete them from the camera, like, it's gone. So anyway, welcome back to the vlog. The main thing that you need to know right now is that I got the Burn headquarters job. That's really the only thing necessarily that I think will add context to the rest of the videos up until real time for me. So today is Tuesday the 28th, like currently. So I'm just here to tell you guys that I got the job, love that for myself, but then I'm going to cut this particular video that I'm filming right now, and you're going to see everything from Friday the 24th, and then eventually you're going to get to this day again, and that's when I'm going to start filming again in like 2 seconds. So anyway, she got the job, love that for myself. I'll see you guys in a few. Okay, everybody, I have the star here.
Hi.
I have the star. I did not go to the school and set up chairs. I went home and rested and charged my phone. Okay, so who are you in the play?
A deer.
She's a deer. Okay, how many deers are there?
3.
There's 3 deers. Are you excited about this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get her off to school. I'm gonna go get some flowers, and then I'm gonna go watch you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it, baby.
Choose your master word. My brothers. Alloy. 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 Joy. Alloy. Alloy. We're stuck. There are no crops to eat. We've searched many hills and valleys. What happened to crops?
She's back. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday the 25th. I just got to boot camp. This was actually my original Saturday. Like, I do this schedule a month in advance. So this was always my Saturday. But remember when I said I was going to stop using filler words? I've said about 14 times in 26 seconds. Maybe not today. Anywho, this was originally my Saturday, but then I quit. So this Saturday was open. All my shifts were open, and 90% of them, 95% of them got filled in. This one did not get filled in. I'm like, I don't work Saturdays. I'm like, I am going to do the Saturday. So here we are. I'm super excited. This is the first time I've been here since whenever my last day of work was, which wasn't that long ago, and it feels like a long time. It wasn't that long ago, but it feels like a long time. So anyway, I just got here. Reagan is coming with my mom, and then we are going to be here for a few camps, and then I do need to work out because, so yesterday I did blood work, and I also just didn't have time. Like, the way that the day ended up working out, I did not really have time to work out anyway. But Thursday I was working all day, and I was like, well, I have the end of the week. I have more time in the end of the week, so I'm just going to take today off. Then Friday came, and I just didn't have as much time as I thought. So I'm only on day 3 of my split, and it's Saturday. I usually like to be done by Saturday. Like, I like for Saturday to be day 4 at the latest. So then Sunday, if I want to work out, is day 1, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. Saturday, today, is going to be day 3, so it's going to be my back day. Tomorrow is going to be day 4. It's going to be my push day, and it is what it is. Because then I don't start work at Burn HQ until May 11th, which means I can work out whenever I want. So I can push my schedule. I can push my split to do whatever I want it to do. Now, I am going to probably be in the gym helping onboard some new trainers here, but my schedule is going to be significantly more flexible, so I'm not too worried about it. And maybe I can even get this routine done. Would you look at God? Would you look at God? So, anywho, I am going to go inside. I feel extremely rusty. Like, I need to get back in the game. So I'm going to go inside, sip my coffee, and get going on training for these these few hours. I'm excited. I feel like, people are going to be very excited. And now that I got this burn job, because I told all these people, like, I am interviewing for this HQ job. I don't know if I'm going to get it. So people have been very invested in that. So I'm excited that now I can tell them that I got this job. So anyway, let's do it. Let's go train some boot camps. Everybody, it is April 27th, Monday, April 27th. I know I did like a little tiny bit of random B-roll yesterday. If I even put it in this clip, but we went to like the roller skating. It's like an arcade place around here that also has skating. So your girl put on her blades. I felt like I was in middle school again. In middle school, we used to go to the skating rink every Thursday. That was like, maybe not every Thursday, but on Thursdays they had like a teen night or whatever. And me and my friends would go. So we went there. Reagan is trying to learn how to roller skate, and she's so cute. But anyway, that's all we did yesterday. I am now currently sitting in the car trying to buy a movie theater gift card. A movie theater gift card. For Ruben's birthday. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay. Anywho, I had check-ins with Brianni this morning. It wasn't real check-in. She just said after Thursday when I was like, I feel like boo-boo. She's like, okay, let's send photos again on Monday and today. So I was at 145 even, which isn't a low, but it feels more accurate because I'd hit my new low, which was like 145 point something or 146 point something. I don't remember. Then I hit all I know is that my second low was in the 145s and my third low was in the 144s. But the 144 didn't like really feel accurate because the day before I had gotten blood work. So I like fasted for half the day. And I missed a meal. So I just felt like this is a fake low. Like this is not real. And so yesterday I had all my meals and today I was at 145 even, but I do have to poop. So, anyway, my photos looked a little bit better than they did before, but I'm also PMSing. I don't know exactly when I'm going to start my period. Let's see. My watch says I'm on day 23 of my cycle. My boobs say the period's going to start in the next few days because they are extremely sore, and that just happens right when I'm about to start my period. So anyway, that is exciting for me though because I start my period and then I usually get a pretty big drop. So today Ruben took today off. It's his birthday, so I don't know what we're doing. We're just bopping around town, really having a normal day, except that Ruben doesn't have work. Let's see. I start my new job May 11th, so that's like virtual, and then I go on a bachelorette party trip like 3 days later. And then as soon as I get back, literally, I think it's going to be the same day. I'm like starting to look at flights right now because they already told me that they're going to need me in Charlotte for this thing. I'm like, this thing starts on the Monday. I'm supposed to get back from this trip on the Sunday. I'm like, am I going to have to like fly in and fly right back out same day? It's starting, everybody. It's starting. Anyway, at least she's going to be platinum on American Airlines again because let me tell you, I was traveling all the time for my other job, right? And I was platinum. I was getting those free upgrades. I had free bags. I was living the life. And then I quit that job and I stopped traveling as much. Well, I didn't quit, but I wasn't full-time anymore. I just like became a part-time contractor. So I was still traveling, but not quite as much. So I was still gold on American, but gold is not platinum. And then I completely quit and I was negative. I was nothing. I was just a regular member. And I was just a peasant. It was not good. So like literally I was like, ooh, she's getting back to platinum. I have to decide if American is really the airline I want to rock with. Although it's kind of dictated by the prices of flights, but I just feel like where I live, American Airlines is typically the best flight option. I would prefer to have status with Delta because Delta, I just think it has better customer service. But I mean, we're gonna find out. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, good morning again, everybody. I'm trying to find somewhere to clip this as usual. Clearly, I'm still working on perfecting my content creation. Anyway, we're at the gym here for a birthday leg day. Everyone's gonna do whatever I tell them to do. First taste testing. Oh my gosh, the influencer hand really works. I don't know why I think that's so funny. Grapefruit salt element. So I've never had this flavor. I went to Vitamin Shop the other day to get whatever I told you guys I was getting, element and an energy drink. And I saw this flavor, and so I bought it, but I've never had it. And something, I don't know, something about grapefruit salt, to be honest, doesn't sound. I only got 2. I got one for me and one for Kaylee because I am sending her a little package. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I'm a little bit nervous, but that's what I'm filming. We're gonna see together. But I was eating these things like pixie sticks, but I think that's like burning my tongue up. So I'm just gonna taste it like that, but then I'm probably just gonna pour it into my water. Oh, that's sour. That is extremely sour, which is weird because these are very salty, but they're not really sour. Even the lemon one or the citrus one and the lemonade one, they're not very like sour. This is salty and sour, and I know that sounds probably disgusting, but it actually is pretty good. It's just it's very sour. Definitely cannot eat this one like pixie sticks. So this will go into my water. I'll drink that during the lift, and then I'll refill the water and drink that again during my cardio, because I did not do fasted cardio this morning. Tomorrow's my rest day. Starting Wednesday, she's going to be doing fasted cardio because I can't be at the gym for 2 hours. It's draining. I've mentioned this before. I'm not one of those people who like gets charged up from being in the gym. I don't want to be here for 2 hours. So I want to be here and then I want to leave. So in the morning on Wednesday, because I don't have cardio on my rest days, only on my lifting days. So on Wednesday, I'll wake up and do cardio in the morning. Then after I drop off Reagan at school, then I'll come lift, and then I'll just be off or like rest for the rest of the day, whatever. Anyway, okay, that's all. It's almost noon. Slow start to the morning, but she's fun employed, so they can do whatever I want. So we're gonna go hit legs, drink the rest of this element, and I'm gonna try to do a mic'd up workout. I don't know if I have that in me. Like, it's a lot of curation. I don't think you guys understand. Oh, some of you guys might understand if you are content creators, but like I don't consider myself a content creator, even though I vlog. It's not a lot of curation. There's not a lot of creating. It's just me turning on the camera and talking. I don't set up scenes and do things like that, right? And so I have a picture of what a mic'd up workout reel or short or whatever would look like. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not setting up all those angles. I'm not doing all this. So anyway, I might do a mic'd up workout and I might not. We're going to see what happens. If you see it on shorts, amazing. Give it some love. If you don't see it, it's because I didn't have time. Okay, everybody. I didn't do a mic'd up workout, obviously. And that's actually just because I don't know where I put my mic. What time is it? Oh, let me go get Reagan. I got to pick up Reagan. Okay, so I had to get Reagan. I didn't realize what time it was, and they were finishing.
Hi.
She does kickball. What's your mouth?
Candy.
Okay. She does kickball after school. So normally they like walk the kids out, but I noticed that nobody was coming out and only parents were going in. I'm like, oh, I gotta go walk and go get her. Anyway, I was gonna do a mic'd up workout, and then I was like, I don't really know if I want to put in this much effort. And then I couldn't remember where I put my mic even. So I didn't end up doing it. It was a very good workout, but she wasn't mic'd up. Maybe one day when I really, really want to be a content creator, I will mic myself up. Anyway, picked up Reagan. She has this thing after school. It's like a barbecue thing that they're doing.
Yes, and it comes with popcorn.
It comes with popcorn. And it comes with popcorn. They radicalize these kids and they tell them like, hey, there's going to be a barbecue, there's going to be hot dogs, there's going to be popcorn. They email the parents and say, hey, there's a test prep barbecue, you know, it's free for families. There's going to be some stress relief games and all this stuff after school. But they really get you to come by telling your kids there's going to be hot dogs and popcorn. So Reagan, the first thing she said, are we staying for hot dogs? There's going to be popcorn. So
Mama, could you turn the car on?
I don't know what we're doing right now. We're either going to do that or we're going to continue with our plans, which were to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get some shoes stopped. The original plan was to go to Dick's, but then Reagan was like, can we get hot dogs and popcorn? So I'm not really sure what we're going to do. I got to wait to hear back. But anyway, so checked in with Brianni this morning. I was 1:45. I think I already told you guys that. I look pretty good. Like, we're not having major visual changes yet, but the scale is starting to drop, which, you know, every prep and every person is different. Honestly,
Mommy.
every week is different. Yeah, baby, I see it. Where, like, sometimes you'll see your body drastically changing, but the scale will not change, and you're like, what is going
Mommy,
on?
look it.
Like, I can tell that I look better. I'm seeing it, baby. I can tell that I look better, but the scale's not changing. And then other times, which is what's happening right now, is I'm like, the scale is changing. I'm starting to kind of see the visuals come together, but it's like at a certain % body fat, you really got to lose like a significant amount of weight to start to see it, right? Like when you're under 4 weeks out, you lose a pound and you see that pound. But right now, like I'm still 20 pounds away from stage weight. So losing 1 pound, losing 2 pounds, it doesn't create a ton of visual change. Now my measurements are definitely going down, so that's good. But anyway, Brianni is very thrilled. She's like, dude, this is awesome. Like, your body has responded so well to very little. Still waiting for the rest of my blood work. They've like uploaded all the tests that have been finished, but there's one test that still hasn't been done yet. So just waiting for all of that. So far, I think I had mentioned like some things are red and some things are not. The things that are red are kind of always red for me. It's like iron stuff. My iron is always a problem.
Hi, Kira.
Do you guys hear Mayor Reagan saying hi to every single student? My DHEA is high. It was previously low. And then I started taking a DHEA supplement. But then I also, you know, started taking the test in the T3, which I think, you know, your DHEA is like directly related to your adrenals. So realistically, I probably didn't need the DHEA, which now I think is why it's high, is because I'm supplementing DHEA when now my body doesn't need a supplement. So I don't know. I'm sure Brianni's just going to say, stop taking the supplement.
Can we go now?
That's the only thing that I noticed that was red last time that was also red this time, but it was on the other side. I don't know what my testosterone is yet. My estradiol is good.
Mommy, please,
My
can we go?
progesterone is
Actually,
good.
I want to go.
Okay, Reagan.
There's a lot of people.
Okay,
who are going
Reagan
in
is
there.
panicking because she has to go to this
Please,
barbecue,
please,
so
please.
we're gonna talk about this later. Okay, good morning, everybody. It is what is today? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Yes. Tuesday the 28th. I just dropped off Reagan at school. Like literally, I'm still sitting here. And now, so I have today off. Don't work. She's unemployed, like I said. Don't work, and it's my rest day at the gym. So I am just about to go to Starbucks and grab a coffee. One of my members got me another coffee tumbler, so now I have 2 Awala ones, which are amazing, and then this Starbucks brand one, but I'm using it to prop up my phone right now, or my camera, because so my camera's flat on the bottom. So normally when I'm filming in the car, I just put the camera down, but since I've been using this mic, the mic, like the attachment plugs into the bottom of the camera, and so it's not flat, so I have to prop it up against something. Anyway, gonna go to Starbucks, get a coffee, then I'm gonna go to the car wash, and this car, it's a wreck. And my flavor of ADHD, which by the way, anytime I mention myself having ADHD, it is completely self-diagnosed, but I have done enough reading and researching with credible sources, not just with like random influencers on Instagram that are like, you might have ADHD if, like, with actual mental health professionals. I am positive that I am raw dogging my life, unmedicated ADHD. So that being said, my particular flavor of ADHD comes with a level of what I've learned. I've learned the term. I've never been able to really verbalize what it was that I was experiencing. It's called executive dysfunction, where you want to do something and you know that you should, but your body, like, it's like your mind is blocking your body from doing this action. And so what happens, for instance, with my car gets so messy, and every time I get into it, I'm like, you're about to piss me off. Like, I hate how messy this car is. I have to clean out this car. But like, there is a block. And now in my previous life, there also was a level of like busyness where it just was a low priority. And I think that's also why I did not realize like what it was. I didn't realize that there was like an actual shutdown, like an actual disconnect between me and getting this task done. But now that I have free time, I'm like, so it's not my schedule. It's me. I'm the problem. So today, anyway, there are ways to work through that. And so today she's working through it. I have got to get this car done. And this is why, sorry, I'm in the sidebar. I rage clean. That is the fastest way to help me get cleaning done, is to make me angry or like anxious. Like if Reagan is flipping out, or like me and Ruben are having a disagreement or whatever it is, like me trying to like cope with that and not scream or whatever, I will just like start cleaning things up. Like I'll start doing dishes, I'll start throwing clutter away, I'll start sweeping, like, and that is the fastest way to get stuff done for me, is to rage clean. But I can't always like set myself into this mental state where I'm like mad at everybody before I can get something done. So anyway, today she's gonna like bust down the hurdle, bust down the wall, whatever it is, and go to Starbucks. I have plenty of YouTube to watch. Missy K uploaded a video, Brianni uploaded a video. I got at least 90 minutes of YouTube that will get me through getting this car clean. And no, you will not see a before and after, because that is how bad it is. I'm not, even with the after, I'm not even willing to show you the before, because I already exposed myself enough on this YouTube page. You guys don't need to, you don't need to see my car. My mom has seen my car, and that's all that I need to know. Okay? So anyway, I'm gonna go get Starbucks. And I guess clean out my storage, because I uploaded my last video but didn't delete any of the videos, and my storage card is yelling at me right now. Yeah, I didn't talk about bodybuilding at all. I still have actually bodybuilding things to talk about, but I'm going to do that after I get my coffee and clean out my storage. Somebody asked me if I cleared out my storage. I sure didn't, but I still got 2.5 minutes to talk, and I really actually have less than that, because my appointment, what's happening? Oh, my phone just went on. I really have less than that because my appointment's in 60 seconds. I just got to Dr. Ben's. I have not seen him in a hot sec, because I was seeing him like clockwork every 2 weeks, but then I got the enterprise job where they were working me. It got me working day and night. You guys gotta go see the Michael Jackson movie. If you're a huge Michael Jackson fan, don't go see it because you're gonna get pissed off. But if you're like a regular like me, like you like Michael Jackson's music, but you didn't really know anything about him, you're probably gonna like it. Anyway, they had me working from sun up to sundown, and I didn't have time. So now I'm about to get in here. He's gonna be like, Andrea, what happened to you? I'm like, yo, this is what happens when you go untreated. So I'm gonna go in there, get my back cracked, get probably some scraping, maybe cupping done, and then Reagan has a cast party at school. Oh shoot, I forgot to bring her tumbling clothes. She also finally is gonna go back to tumbling. I guess I'll go get her clothes from the house before I go to school. Anyway, still haven't talked about bodybuilding. One of these days, sometime today, I'm gonna talk to you about bodybuilding. Okay, so I just got to Reagan's school. She has a cast party for the play that she was in, and I originally was volunteering. I signed up to be a volunteer to help like put their goodie bags together, but then I was just like, I'm not doing that. There's 20 other parents on the volunteer list. She was like, if you can make it, great. If you can't, it's not a big deal. So I said, I'm not gonna make it. So I was a little bit late for that, but now I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I'm about to go in like 5 minutes. Okay, bodybuilding. Let's talk about bodybuilding. First off, I just saw Dr. Ben. It was amazing. He has this new thing like called Shockwave. I don't know what it is. It almost felt like a Hypervolt, but more like intense. I don't know. It felt really good. Because I told him, I was like, I am sore because I've been lifting heavy this week. Like I was pushing heavy weight, but I also, when I did the hack squat with heavier weight, it's like, I feel like it compressed my spine. So bodybuilding. So I was up in weight. I was 148 this morning, which is like a few pounds up. But I also started my period this morning, so I assume that by check-ins in 2 days, which maybe I'm not going to be all the way back down to my low, but I assume that by check-ins I'll at least be back in the 146 range, which would be amazing. Like if I don't really know the timeline that I'm supposed to be working with. It looks like I'm losing about a pound every week and a half. Like we're still on a slow, although actually she just changed my food, so maybe it'll move up to like a pound a week. But I'm like in the next 6 weeks, which gets me to I think 19. No, can I do math? The next 6 weeks I think gets me to like 17 or 16 weeks out. That's when I'm like, okay, we are going to start having regularly scheduled routine practice, because right now I just run a couple skills. I get it in when I can fit it in. I do not have routine practices. I do not have a set schedule. So once the weight is closer to 140, I would like to be in the 140s. And by then I will have started my new job. So I will have like a little bit better of a handle of what my schedule is going to be like. Then I will start sliding in at least once weekly routine practice. Hopefully 2, where one of them is very skill based, not trying to get conditioned, not trying, like just trying to work on the precision of skills and when I say and execution, I mean and some of the skills that I don't quite have yet, or have to the ability that I want them to be at, working on those things or working on backup plan. And then the other one will be more of conditioning, trying to string skills together, doing things tired. I'm definitely going to use Missy's. I might not be there yet because I still have some choreography things to work on, which I guess that also will be part of my skill day is the choreography, as long as I need it to be. Missy runs her routine like when she's working on her conditioning, and she had me doing this, or she like suggested it to me close to the Olympia last year. She'll do like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Or maybe it wasn't exactly 30 seconds on, but it was like run the first third, take 30 seconds off, run the first third, take 30 seconds off, like doing it like that just to build the conditioning. I think that I only did it for a very short period of my Olympia prep, but it definitely worked. And so I think if I start that, at this 18, 17, 16 week out mark, even if my choreography is not completely buttoned up the way I want it to be, I got to start getting the conditioning down, because everything, I think that routine round at the Olympia is going to be based on precision and execution. So the sooner I can get conditioned so that I can start focusing on the precision of the skills, the better. So that's what's on the bodybuilding thing right now. Like I said, started my period. Body's a little heavy, but I'm definitely starting to look different. So that's always good. Like I said, it's like some days I feel like, okay, the scale's going down, but I don't really look different. And then other days I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, you definitely look different. It's just like check-in photos are so deceiving sometimes. Like I feel like they don't always, Ruben said this the other day too. He's like, I look better in that mirror. I'm like, yeah, me too. That's the mirror I took my photos in, and then immediately took a check-in photo and was pissed and took another check-in photo because I did not look the way that I looked in the mirror. So anyway, that's the one thing about check-in photos. It's like, this doesn't look the way that I feel it should look. So in real life, I'm starting to see the changes, but in my check-in photos, in my proper front, in my proper back, in my proper quarter turns, I'm not seeing it yet. And this is just another tip for those in prep. I don't know if it's a tip, but just like a thing to think about to keep yourself in check, because I know that I do this too, is ultimately the only thing that matters is your quarters. Sorry, I'm reading emails. Burn HQ. I passed my background check, so now they're like sending me all this HQ just stuff, HR stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What is your shipping address so we can send you a computer? I literally said, I was like, I wonder if they're going to give me a computer if I need to write one off. Anywho, it's very easy to get caught up with how you look in the mirror, how you look in the gym, how you look in every other angle and pose than your front, side, back. And I see this all the time, and this is not to call anyone specific out, so I'm not going to say any names, but I mean, when I say this, we're all going to think of somebody. Like, we are all going to think of, people do this all the time, so it's not one specific person that does this. But you're on Instagram and you're posting, look at how good my body looks, and you're posting these body checks, and you're posting these ab updates, and these gym photos, and you're posting this and the glute salute that the little bikini girls do. Not little. A lot of these bikini girls got bigger shoulders than I do. Ashley little. They're posting every photo. And then you get in comparisons and you're like, that's not what you were looking like on the gram. Well, that's because in the gram, I was holding my boobs up and stretching my lower belly down. And so my abs look like washboards. But now that I'm in a front pose, I ain't got no six pack. Or I'm posting a back double bicep. We don't do a back double bicep in fitness. And so it's like, it really actually doesn't matter how you look in the mirror or in your preferred lighting. It matters how you look in bright lights, in a front, a quarter, and a back. So anyway, that's all. I don't even know why I started saying that, but I gotta go in. They're taking a cast photo, and I want to be there for it. Good morning, everybody. She's riding dirty today. I don't know where my vlog camera is. It is Wednesday the 29th, 9:30 in the morning. Just dropped Reagan off at school. So Reagan and I walked to my mom's last night. And I definitely had my camera with me. And then Ruben came over and we drove home. But when I got home, I was like, I do not have my vlog camera. But my mom was like, I don't know where it is. I went back over there and double checked. It's not in my pockets or like my bag, anything that I had with me. I can't find it. I'm gonna double check right now. So I asked Ruben to check his car, but until then, I mean, it has to be in one of those three places: my mom's home, Ruben's car, or somewhere in my home. Because that's the only three places that I was. Anyway, all that to say is I just got home. I am about to eat my first meal and then go to a coffee shop because I have a lot of work to do. It is Level Up Games weekend. I don't think I posted a lot about it in the past just because it's like a crazy day. But I do know that I posted about Athlete Games, which is what I competed in last year. So Level Up Games is the member version of Athlete Games. And I'm like the person who runs point on this. So I just have to get everybody into heats. I just have like a lot of work to do. That is this weekend. So that's what I'm going to do while Reagan is at school. And then once I pick Reagan up from school, then we'll go to Powerhouse and I'll go lift. I got legs today. And got a new workout split. It's not a new split. But Brianna just made like a couple adjustments to some of my exercises. So she always puts in there like the obviously the name of the exercise and the sets and the reps, but sometimes in the notes she'll put specific intensifiers like, okay, I want a 2-second pause, a 3-second eccentric, or whatever it is. Or sometimes she puts weight, like suggestions that she wants me to use or things like that. So anyway, when my first blood work came back bad, she took all of my intensifiers out, all of my rest pause, all of my drop sets, all of the intensifiers she took out. So then we were kind of going like, okay, I want you to leave a few reps in the tank. Like, I don't want you pushing as hard as you can. I don't want you getting to failure. Then we got on the medications. And so she's like, okay, we can start pushing it again. I do want you to push it. Now just got new blood work. And she's like, yeah, we're in. Let's go. So it looks like it's going to be a hard one. So I want to get my work done and then have a few meals in me before I go. So anyway, I have a lot of work to do, like I said, and I still want to get a chance to look through for my vlog camera, and I want to get the house clean. I have a lot that I want to get done today, and I don't think it's all going to get done, but it's sure not going to get done if I'm sitting here talking to the camera. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Y'all, immediate regret with this new coffee shop. It's called The Meeting Spot. So I thought it was going to be like a really good place to work. I walk in, there is not a single outlet on the wall. Ma'am, as I was saying, there was not a single outlet on any of the walls. So I've read about this place, like on social media, and I know you can like rent rooms. It's called The Meeting Spot. So you can rent rooms to like have meetings, like big groups of people. And I saw those areas, and of course they have like those pull down like whiteboard things, like so you can use a projector. They have that. They have like big tables, all this stuff. But in the actual coffee shop area, not a single outlet. So like, oh, you don't want people to sit here unless they're renting space from you. So I am going to drink this coffee and get as much done as I can until my battery gets I'm not gonna, because once my battery dies, it's hard to like get it back up to where I need it to be. Like it just takes a long time to recharge. So once my battery's down to like 60, I'm out of here, and then I'm gonna go somewhere I can plug in and continue to work. But that's disappointing. That's disappointing because I was like, this is a new spot. It's local. It's right around the corner from my place. Like, I'm gonna support local. I should have taken my ass to Starbucks. Good morning, everybody. This is not a great angle, but now that I am wearing this mic, and I think I mentioned this before, now that I'm wearing this mic, my camera's not flat on the bottom, so I can't just stand it up anywhere. That is definitely a design flaw with DJI with this one. I don't know if they fix that on the next model, but it's a problem on this model. Sorry, I'm scraping burnt eggs off of this pan so that I can make some new eggs. Anyway, okay, I had check-ins this morning. I was 147 something in the high 147s, which is like, meh. I said in my check-in video to Brianni, I'm like, you know, I know that I'm on my period and this is just what happens on my period, but it is like a little bit frustrating because my weight went down like a lot last week. I had some big drops. I hit 3 new lows in a row last week. I hit the 146s, I hit the 145s, and then I even touched 144. And then I started my period, and now I'm like back in the high 147. It's just like, meh. Now, obviously, it's going to go back down. Like, my food is lower, my cardio is higher, and I'm going to be off my period. So I got to get over it. It doesn't really matter. I am much happier with my photos this week than I was last week. Last week, I was not happy at all. Last week, I was pissed, actually. I was like, this is a wreck. These photos are a complete disaster. So this week, even though I'm definitely not, I don't think it's the best that I've looked. I think like 2 weeks ago was probably so far the happiest I've been with my photos. It definitely was an improvement from last week. So that's good. Give me 1 second. Job. Let me explain the job situation to you guys because I know my vlog, I know this series got really confusing because I uploaded a video where I was at a new job, right? And then the next video I uploaded was me saying like, I hope I get this job. I hope I get this job. So let me explain to you guys what happened. First of all, those videos were uploaded out of order. The I hope I get this job, I hope that I get this job was before I started this other job, okay? So I just did not want to upload the video of me saying, I hope I get this job, I hope I get this job until I knew if I got said job or not. In the meantime, I started a different job. So let me explain to you guys what happened. I was leaving training, okay? I had to leave training. I just needed to, there were just some changes that needed to happen in my life. Honestly, the short story is that your girl needed to be able to get a hold of some benefits. I needed to have insurance. I, am approaching 40 years old. I would like to start taking my retirement a little bit more seriously. And I understand that you can contribute to retirement without a job, but having a company match is pretty beneficial. Having PTO, especially for me, I travel with bodybuilding, like as it's been for the last 8 years, basically, if I don't work, I don't make money. So when I'm taking all of these trips, they're unpaid. I am losing money to take those trips. Now, obviously, in bodybuilding, if I win or get second, like, yes, I'm winning money on that, but I'm also paying to travel. So it's like, if I don't work, I don't get paid. And I was getting to a point where I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning multiple times a week. My body's getting super tired, but I can't give up the hours, even though I had trainers that were willing and able to take some of those hours from me because I needed to be able to still pay bills. I couldn't afford to give up the hours. I couldn't afford to take time off. So I was like, I have to get a hold of a full-time job with benefits. So insert the job that I got. I quit my job training because I've accepted this other position. I accept this other position. I quit my job, whatever. In the meantime, before I even started the new job, I applied for a different job at Burn Boot Camp headquarters. So now I'm in the interview process of a new job. I have not heard back from this job about whether I'm going to get it or not. And so the last video that was uploaded from like several weeks ago, again, they were out of order, was me saying basically, I'm still training, but I'm coming to the end of training. And I am hoping to hear back from the second job before I have to start the job I have already accepted. Well, that didn't happen. I did not hear back from any job, so I started working at the original job that I got. Well, as stated at the beginning of this video, which is why I was able to upload the other video, I did get the job, the dream job, the job that I was like, I want to get this job so bad, I want to get this job so bad, I want to get this job so bad. I got that job. So now I start that job in a week. So I'm just fun employed right now. I'm not working. I'm doing a little bit of stuff for the burn that I was already training at. I just trained this morning, actually. I trained this afternoon. I'm running an event this weekend for Level Up Games. I just talked about that yesterday or something like that. But I am now working for headquarters. That's the job that I've been like, I hope I hear back. I hope I hear back. I hope I hear back. I want this job. I hope I get this job. I hope I get this job. But in the meantime, I had already started a new job that was unrelated to fitness at all. It was a customer service, a sales job that I was hoping I never had to start, but I did have to start it, and then I only worked for a week. Sorry, HR. So hopefully that clears up the confusion. I know it was confusing because, again, I was talking about a job. I hope I get this job, and then I was like at a new job, and so it's probably, and plus, like I said, I uploaded those videos out of order specifically because I did not want to be posting about, oh, I hope I get this job, I hope I get this job, before I knew if I got it or not. I don't know if they're looking at my YouTube or whatever, and I just thought it would be weird on the off chance that they go watch my video and I'm talking about the interview process in real time before they've made a decision. I just thought that would be weird. Especially because if you go back and watch those videos, I said, oh, I have to upload video footage of me doing this stuff. And I ended up having to put it on YouTube. So I did have to send them links to my YouTube page. Now, obviously, I sent them direct video links. But now if you're already on a video from somebody from their channel, obviously there's a chance. Like, I don't know if they're going to go digging around and scrounging around my YouTube channel. I just was like, I just don't want them to stumble upon my vlog and the entire episode is me talking about this job. Or like, if I get this job. Or this is the interview process. And I just thought that was weird. So anyway, she got the job. She officially is working for headquarters. I am one of the people in charge of trainer education. So educating the entire training team, whatever, of Burn Boot Camp. So anytime you step into a Burn Boot Camp, you are going to be trained by people who are getting trained by me. Now, my priority will be underperforming gym, new and underperforming gyms. So gyms under 300 members. That's going to be my priority of who I'm traveling to, but I am still in charge of the trainer manual, which is like the holy grail to how you train, how you onboard, any like operations changes that we're making, because a lot of times we do things different. If you're someone who's goes to Burn Boot Camp, you know what I'm talking about. But one thing that we do is like it's like basically getting feedback from people that they heard you and that they understand what you're saying. So I'll say, okay, everybody, your first exercise is a bicep curl. You're going to grab your dumbbells, you're going to bring them up, you're going to bring them down nice, slow, whatever. If that makes sense, say yes. And everybody says yes. That's like the feedback. Basically me saying, do you get it? Everyone saying, yes, I get it. If that makes sense, say yes. Yes. Okay. Now we're doing this. Okay. If that makes sense, say yes. Yes. But that used to be 2 claps. If that makes sense, you know, I don't even remember what we used to say. It was so long ago. But instead of people saying yes, it would be like, okay, bicep curl, if that makes sense. What did we used to say? But anyway, the crowd would go, every single thing. Okay. When we switched it to say yes, there's people in charge of basically making sure that everybody complies with that and understands how to roll out these changes, right? So whenever changes get rolled out, I will be one of the people that's in charge of making sure everybody knows how to roll these changes out in their gyms, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm super excited. I manifested this job, truly. Like, I've been saying, I just want to make the trainers better. I just want to go around to different gyms and make their trainers better. Like, I've been saying that this is the job that I wanted, and the fact that this job was basically created as I was already leaving training is just amazing, amazing. So, anyway, super excited about that. Let's see. Today, I did train the early morning, and I'm training the afternoon. In the middle of the day, once I get Reagan to school, I don't know what time Costco opens. I got to go to Costco to re-up the Costco. It's time. It's time to re-up the Costco. I was going to Winco for rice because they sell rice like by the pound. Well, it's priced by the pound, but you can get it in any quantity that you want. But I'm just gonna go get the 20-pound bag from Costco. Costco membership will pay for itself in gas, eggs, rice, and paper towels. That's all I need from Costco. But I gotta do that today, and then I gotta just still work on some other stuff for this event that we have this weekend, and I gotta buy some eggs because we are down to our final, looks like final 4, but I'm about to eat 3 of these, so we're down to our final egg. So anyway, this video is already 11 and a half minutes. I'm gonna wait until Brianni. Actually, I'm probably gonna close it here because I sent Brianni my blood work this morning. Guess what, everybody? Everything that was red last time, except for DHEA. DHEA is still red, but it's on the it's on the other side. It was low, now it's high, but that's also because I was taking a supplement, so we're not going to take the supplement. Testosterone's in check, T3 is in check, TSH is in check. All of the things that were out of whack are back in line, and I could not be happier, and it just like, it makes me feel like relieved and like I did not give up my natural status in vain. Like if my blood work still would have been messed up, I would have been like furious. I honestly would have been mad because I'm like, oh my gosh, well now I'm not a natural athlete and my blood work is still shit. But now, like to see all the green, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So anyway, okay, all that to say is Brianni has her call with Cam tomorrow, and because they're going to go over my blood work, I'm not expecting any changes. She'll probably respond to me today with something, but I'll just save it for the next video. So I'm going to put my check-ins here. And then that's going to be that, you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. We're on to this new series, Built in Transition, because we are in transition. New job. Like, life is just going to look different to me. I'm not in prep, but I'm not in off season. So that's what we're doing. We're transitioning before we really